Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're jumping right into the cloud to build our very first digital vault. We're going to get our hands dirty and break down one of Amazon Web Services' most fundamental tools, Amazon S3.
Okay, so here's the game plan. We'll start with what S3 actually is, then we'll get our account set up securely. After that, we'll create our first bucket, play around with a file, and then, super important, we'll clean everything up. And finally, we'll look at where you can go from here.
So, first things first, let's talk about the why. Why does Amazon S3 even exist? I mean, what's the big problem it was actually designed to solve?
Well, it really all boils down to a question we all face. Where do we put all our stuff? You know, our digital lives, all the photos, the documents, the backups. We need a place that's safe, cheap, and we can get to it from anywhere. And that's the core challenge.
And Amazon S3 is the answer to that challenge. The name says it all, right? Simple storage service. It's built to store and retrieve pretty much any amount of data, whenever you want, from wherever you are. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like having your own infinite, super reliable hard drive that just lives on the internet.
Now, to really use S3, you just need to get two core ideas down. The first one is the bucket. This is basically the main container where you're going to store all your data. You don't just throw files into the cloud, you put them inside a bucket that you create and name yourself. It's your top-level folder.
And the second concept? The object. So what goes inside your bucket? Objects. An object is just the file you want to save. It could be a photo, a document, a video, whatever, plus a little bit of info that describes it. So it's super simple. Buckets hold objects. That's it.
Okay, now that we've got the lingo down, let's talk about getting set up the right way. Before we even think about creating a bucket, we have to make sure our account is locked down tight. Because in the cloud, security is job number one, always.
So when you first sign up for AWS, they give you this thing called a root user. You've got to think of this account as having the keys to the entire kingdom. It can do literally anything. So your first job is to protect it with multi-factor authentication, or MFA. Then you're going to create a separate admin user for all your day-to-day stuff.
And this right here is the golden rule. You lock that all-powerful root user away in a virtual safe and only bring it out for very specific, high-level jobs. For everything else, including what we're about to do, you use that admin user you just created. Seriously, this isn't just a tip, it's a fundamental security practice in AWS.
All right, security is handled. We're logged in as our admin user, and now we are ready for the fun part. Let's actually build our digital vault by creating our very first S3 bucket. Now, the process is really straightforward, but your first couple of decisions are pretty critical. First up is the AWS region. Think of this as the physical location in the world where your data is going to live. Picking a region that's close to you or your users means things will be faster, and it could even save you money. So you want to get this right from the start.
Next is the name, and this is where you might need to get a little creative. Bucket names have to be globally unique. I don't just mean in your account, I mean across every single AWS customer in the entire world. So yeah, my test bucket was taken a long time ago. It's kind of like trying to find a good username. Just follow the rules, and remember, once you pick a name, you can't change it. You're going to see a whole bunch of other options when you create the bucket, but for now, you can pretty much just leave them all on their default settings. The one to really pay attention to is block public access. AWS has this turned on by default, and that's a good thing. It's the deadbolt on your new digital vault, making sure everything stays private. For sure, keep that checked.
Awesome. Our vault is built, it's locked down, but you know, an empty vault isn't all that useful, is it? So let's go ahead and put some treasure inside by uploading and managing our very first object. Once you're inside your bucket, this part is going to feel totally familiar. You can just grab a file from your computer and hit upload. If you need that file back, you just select it and download it. And if you want to keep things organized, you can create folders and copy things around, just like you do on your desktop.
So we did it, we built a vault, we put treasure in it, and we got it back out. We're almost done. But being a good cloud user means always cleaning up after yourself. It's the best way to make sure you don't get any unexpected bills down the road.
Now, cleaning up is a very specific two-step process, and it's designed to stop you from accidentally deleting your data. See, you can't just delete a bucket if it has stuff in it. First, you have to tell S3 to empty the bucket, which deletes all the objects inside. Only when it's totally empty can you then delete the bucket itself. It's a safety feature, just to make sure you're really sure. And hey, if you're worried about this little experiment showing up on your credit card bill, don't be. With S3, you only pay for what you actually use. For a tiny test like this, especially since we're cleaning up right away, we are talking about pennies, less than $1 for sure. It might even be covered by the AWS free tier, which means it won't cost you anything at all.
And just like that, you've done it. You've been through the entire life cycle of an S3 bucket, from creation all the way to cleanup. You've got the core skills now. But what we've done today is really just scratching the surface of what S3 can do. So where does the journey go from here?
I mean, just think about it. This one service is the secret backbone for so much of the internet. Companies use it for critical backups. People host entire websites on it with no servers. Media giants use it to stream videos to millions of people. And it's the starting point for huge data analytics and machine learning projects. It is incredibly powerful.
So let's bring it all home. Today, you didn't just learn about some tech service. You basically unlocked a superpower. You now know how to get access to storage that is nearly limitless, incredibly durable, and shockingly cheap. This isn't just a digital vault. It's a fundamental building block for whatever you want to create next. We've shown you the tool. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?